Hey guys, you're watching you one and only. My name is AJ. Welcome to my summer car, a potential series depending on how frustrated I get. I've actually played this game quite a while ago when the game first came out, and I was quite successful. However, there's been a bunch of updates since, and I want to give it another go, this time on camera. You guys are going to love this. I am going to get very frustrated with this. It's basically, in short, a car building game with life simulator aspects to it. However, you'll quickly find out that it's actually a life simulator with car building mechanic aspects to it, because everything in this game wants to kill you. Absolutely everything. I'm not going to waste too much time here. You can choose a car for a colour for your car to start with. I like starting with brown because it looks really terrible, and then when we eventually do it up and fix it, it'll look amazing. So let's hit new game. And while this is, oh yeah, we've got to put our name in. What do we want for our name? I want like we're in Finland, by the way. I'll talk a little bit more about the backstory and stuff in a minute. Let's do Romez. First name Bruno Romez. I think that sounds good. We're going to turn permadeath off. I don't like having permadeath on in games because I'm terrible at them. So I think we're ready to go, right? Yeah. Everything, you'll find out that everything in the game is in Finnish. If you can speak Finnish, you're going to have much more of a head start than me. This is the opening cutscene. I find it hilariously funny. Although this game, in every single way, tries to kill you and frustrate you and make you angry and rage quit, it couples it together with some amazing humour, some really, really funny moments that you don't get out of any other game. This starting cutscene is probably one of the funniest cutscenes, in my opinion, I think any game's ever had. It's still the same. It's still the same. Ta-da! And that is me. That is Bruno Romez in the brown Satsuma, which is the make of the car that we're trying to restore. And that is my story. In Finland, 1976, Bruno was born. So then it's just driving, so we just hit escape and skip to the year 1995, where, in short, I think there's a letter, or there used to be a letter on the fridge doing a quick explanation on what we're doing here and why we're here. It was that our parents have gone out and we're here to repair the car or something like that, or restore the car we want to. So let's just have a very quick look. So here's our kitchen. We've got some beer. Which button was it? F. There we go. I'm already remembering the controls here. Okay. So he just throws stuff on the floor because he's like that. Let's turn the light on. So we've got, don't be lazy. Fix your dad's old car. Uncle's blue van can be loaned. Don't drink alcohol. Whoops. We will come back when we get bored. Yours, mum and dad. So basically, mum and dad are out on holiday. I've got the house to myself, and I'm taking it upon myself to fix the old family car that I was born in. So everything in this game is made really difficult. So we actually have to turn light switches on. Although it might not sound difficult, believe me, it just gets annoying having to turn light switches on and off. We'll get storms that come, or we used to have thunderstorms, and that'll give us power cuts, and that's just I'm just scratching the surface here. Here is the Satsuma. As you can see, it is in quite the state of disarray. I don't even have an engine or doors or anything. They are my back seats right here. And if we open up the door, we actually have to like open and drag the doors open. We get our car. So we've got the grill. We've got, I don't know what that is. What we got here? It's not even telling me what it is. Steering column. We've got the suspension and the brakes over there. We've got the panels. They're pretty easy. We can stick those on nice and simply. And then we get over to this section. This is the engine. Literally individual pistons, individual spark plugs, engine plates, the clutch is over here. What else we got? Oops, stand up. Dials, hubcaps, brake lines, clutch lines, everything. I'm not joking you, even if we open this up, somehow. There we go. There's individual spanners. You have to choose the right spanner for the right sized screw nut that you're trying to do up. Engine hoist over here, and there's my phone going off. And then there's the exhaust down here and stuff, and fuel tank. It's pretty crazy. Now, we can't really start too much on this yet because I've got to go and get some stuff first. In fact, I need this as my wheels. Now, I remember somewhat like an efficient way to be able to play this game. At least that was relatively efficient back in the day. But with all the updates now, oh yeah, I should have opened up, that's what I'm talking about, efficiency. I should have opened up the boot and put it in there. But you can just stick it through the panels of the vehicle, which I find a lot easier. Also, remember, if it looks closed, it probably isn't. You actually have to hear the old boot click. Otherwise, it's just resting and not actually shut. Ooh, a moped. That's new. We have to take that up for a spin sometime. This van is completely deadly to drive. We're going to drive it just to show you how deadly it is. And before we leave to go to the shops, I can leave the door open. No one's going to come rob me. I don't think that can happen anyway. Here is the map of the world. I cannot, like, pause the game to bring up a map. If I pause the game, I get this. I can change the graphics settings, which, yeah, I've just got it all maxed out because why not? We've got the car controls here. So WAS and D, your standard controls, gear up and gear down. It is manual only. There is no automatic, as far as I know, option, which makes it a lot funner. Funner? Is that a word? Lights, wipers, turn left signal, turn right signal. Boost, we do not have. We do not have any boost in our car. We don't really even have a car that I can really call at the moment. And then we've got the player controls here as well. So some fun ones. There's obviously run, but then we've got reach, lean right, swear, drunk speech, hit, push, use your middle finger, pee, hitchhike, and smoke. Smoke's a new one. I assume that's to do with the stress bar that we've got. I tried to look at it then. Up in the top left-hand corner, we've got urine, hunger, if I can see it, yeah. Urine, hunger, thirst, fatigue, stress, and dirtiness. So we'll have to wash. But this is the map. This is what I was going on about. So it doesn't even tell you where you are. You're just assumed to know where you are. But this is us right here in the middle. I think that's our house there, and that's our barn there. The shop is here. Now, I'm not joking you. We need to go down this road. That's the railway, which is a new thing, but I do know about. The railway goes through there. And then we turn right at the bottom. We're all the way up here. Turn right, turn right, turn right. So we just keep turning right, basically, until we get to the shop. That is no joke, about a 15-minute drive that we're going to be doing today. Just to get to the shop. We've got an airfield here. I've never been there. I've never been to a lot of these places, to be fair. So a lot of this is all new. The object of the game is to repair your car up to a working state, get it through like what we call over here an MOT. I don't know what they call it in Finland or what you call it in the States. Like, basically, is the car fit for the road? And if it is and you pass, you can then enter the rally race, which starts here just by the village, and you race down around the main road as quickly as you can back to there. And that's sort of the object of the game. It sounds really simple. It's not. It never will be. Of course it won't. Everything is meant to frustrate you. The way that the controls are just set and laid out are just meant to annoy you throughout the game. Let's see if we can get this door closed. There we go. Okay, so if we enter driving mode, I then need to take the handbrake off, if I remember. There we go. Handbrake's off. And then ignition. Give it a bit of gas, like the old cars are. Anytime. We're away. Okay, so then we can stick it into gear, and we're away. Alright, now, I still have full control over my camera here. We shouldn't get anyone come up here. I've got a petrol jerry can in the boot of the car, and we're just going to pop over to the barn because I know that's where the diesel one, or at least was, used to be stored. I don't know if it is still. Hopefully it still is. That's our poop truck. We can do side jobs in the game to earn money by either emptying out people's feces or by cutting wood and unloading it or putting wood into the trailer and then taking the tractor and towing the trailer to the person that wants wood. To cut the wood, we literally have to chop with the axe individual pieces of wood. I am not kidding you. If I try and pick this up somehow. Got it. Nailed it. And then somehow I can get another piece. You know, I can't even remember how to do that. There's some way to do it. Anyway, Oh, we're not doing that today. We'll figure that out closer to the time. I managed to chop a piece of wood, though. Okay, and there's also, or there used to be some really good alcohol there, too. Yeah, it is still in the corner. We'll do that at some point. Okay, I'm not going to open up the boot, but you should. It's in there. We're ready to go. Let's jump in. So, let's go to the shops. The reason why we need to go to the shops first, instead of building our, start building our car, is because we might as well get some food and some beer, and there's a fan, a belt. Yeah, the fan belt that we need to get. Maybe some other stuff now as well from the updates. Coolant, oil, I don't know, some other stuff as well. There's one more. There was radiator coolant, there was oil, and something else. Now, this vehicle, this van, I will probably never use again after this trip there and back. Because this van is, I'm not kidding you, horrible to control. This van is haunted. It wants to kill you at every single corner. Those of you that have played driving games and racing games before, you might think, oh no, this is easy. You know, you're just going down the road, you're using your keyboard. You've done this before, AJ, it's fine. No. If you think driving this van is easy, you're mistaken. Yeah. Nearly killed myself just talking about it. The van is very loose on the back end, always wants to drift and slide out. And these roads, if you go off the road and you go onto the grass and you hit these mounds, you're likely to die. And if permadeath is on, that means that it deletes your save. Like in Minecraft, how you can have hardcore mode in Minecraft. Railway, just keep going. We should probably stop to make sure that the train doesn't hit us there, but I thought I'd chance it. If we jump off the road onto the sort of marshy areas, we can even get the van stuck, and we actually cannot then drive it. We might better look here. There we go. And we can actually get the van stuck. In the case of getting the van stuck, we would then have to drive to a road that will have other users on it and attempt to hitchhike our way home, which I've had to do before. If we do manage to hitchhike our way home, we will then have to jump in the tractor and drive the tractor to where we got the van stuck, and then tow the van back home, which might sound fun. And at first sort of hearing it, you think, oh yeah, we should have to do that one day. That sounds quite fun to do. No, the tractor is incredibly slow, and towing is not a fun experience because the car can come off and stuff. Now, also, the only other way to save, or the only way to save the game, is actually in our toilet, or in a toilet. It doesn't matter what toilet. The two toilets that I know about is in our house. We've got a toilet, and there's one right near the shop that we're heading to now. That's the only way to save the game. There is no other way to save the game. Oh, there's the train, look. Hey, we timed that quite well, huh? That could have been a catastrophic way to start off the series. What else have we got to talk about there before we get there? There's loads of stuff that I need to watch. I've got fuel in my van. If I look down a little bit, we've got fuel and temperature. I don't think the you can't break the van, as in, like, need to repair it. Still got a cold. My nose is still all blocked. Yeah, we can't break it to the point where we need to repair it. However, we do run out of fuel, so we're going to fill this up with fuel when we get to the fuel station anyway. But with our Satsuma car, we can break it. In fact, building it alone is extremely difficult. We need to make sure every screw is done up. We need to make sure it's got oil. We need to make sure it's tuned correctly so it's not running too rich. And even after we do all that, if we end up crashing it, we will have to go to the garage and get it repaired, which is quite a long-winded, big drop on the right there. That's killed me before. I remember going down there once. What's that noise? I'm sure the van is making a funny noise. But yeah, the car can break in all manners of ways. I think you can you get punches in the game? I'm not sure. You might be able to get punches in the game. But yeah, in future, when we come down this road, or when we go do any driving, I used to, at least, always take the honey cart. I always call it the honey cart, but it's the poop wagon, the truck. Because although it's a little bit slower, it seems to handle a little bit better. To be fair, in all honesty, the van isn't being that horrible to me today. Maybe they've fixed it in patch. Whoa, steady. In patches, maybe they've made it a little bit easier. You know, not quite as dickish, I think is the only way to explain it. Because I'm sure by now, unless I'm just being totally awesome, this van would have put me off the road by now. Because I'm not driving slowly. I mean, I'm doing 60, I assume. This is kilometers an hour. Yeah, it says kilometers an hour at the bottom of the speedo down there, which definitely isn't slow. In fact, we've made really quite good time here. I've done quite well. Okay, hold on. Okay, we're good. Change down, get the nose up. So we're pretty much nearly there, though. You know, once you get onto the tarmac roads, that we're definitely getting close. We're going to turn onto the main road here, where we can really put our foot down. That's usually... Ooh! Should have slowed down a little bit more. We can put our foot down. This is usually how I end up killing myself, though. I get onto the main road. I think it's safe, so I just boot it. I floor it to as fast as I can possibly take it. And then a car comes, or I have to turn for some reason, and it all goes extremely wrong from there. I think I've only got 4 gears, and I think I'm in 4th gear. Yeah, I am in 4th gear. So we're up to like 90 kilometers an hour. Ooh, some skid marks on the road there. Now there used to be another... Yeah, I think that's it ahead. See that car at the front? I think they call that the green... My nose is blocked. The Green Menace. Ooh, bus. Ooh, bus. Ooh, turn. Ooh, turn back. Slow down. Hold on. Okay, I think we're good. The Green Menace, he's a drunk driver. And, yeah, he's off on the distance now. But we're going to be turning off here. Steady. Alright, and we're here. We are in the town. It's not a short drive. It's not a simple way. There are other ways that we can get to the shop. For example, we do have a boat that we can drive across the lake. If you remember on the map, there was a big lake in the middle. We can use the boat to drive across there, but that does mean a little bit of walking at the end here. Woo! Let's park in front of the turn off. Somehow. There we go. Jump out. Now, these two guys, there was only one, I'm sure, when I last played it, but apparently there's another one now. They have done up cars as well. And this guy always tries to kill me. He always drives into my van. I don't know about this guy. I don't know what he's like. How do I put my middle finger up? M. So the game does have some bad language in it in the subtitles. I'm not really that bothered about that. If it's in good humour, I don't mind swearing too much, or if there's some meaning to it. But yeah. Okay, so this is where the game gets frustrating. We need to literally rotate the cap off. Okay. And then I'm pretty sure this vehicle's a... Is it petrol or diesel? I think it's petrol. That's the diesel can inside that I was selecting then. Yeah. I think it's a petrol vehicle. We'll find out. It's too... I was too far away. Oh. Hey. Oh, I didn't put the handbrake on. Okay. Start up. Come on. I'll turn around and face the right way. I forgot about that part. We'll leave the door open. Door's fine. Ooh, steady. Don't reverse into the petrol pumps. Reverse. I think we can ride the bus. The bus was never in the game before. The bus is pretty new to me, so I don't really exactly know how to use it. But I don't want to get on it now because... turn it off. Because we'll probably end up leaving the van here, and that'll be a terrible thing. Okay. Fill her up with fuel. Do I still have the... I did. I left the petrol cap off. Maybe it's a diesel. Maybe it's a diesel. It is. It's a diesel. So this part of the game was always frustrating to me as well when I used to play it, because it took forever to fill up your car. Like, actually real life amount of time to fill the car up. Like, it's a real life amount of time. In fact, to drive to the shops from where we live in the game might take longer for you to drive to your local shop. It's like a 10-minute drive. That wasn't too bad, actually. I know with the big truck, it was a long job to fill it up. It was like literally like a 7-minute waiting time to fill it up. And how do I shut that? I don't think it really matters. Hey, I got it. Okay, so let's get the joke. Stay up there. And now we've got to use the scroll wheel to stick it up. Perfect. Oh, perfect. And fill her up. First time. Hey, come on now. Maybe this game isn't going to be as frustrating as I thought. Yes. I'll never say that again. I might have spoke too soon with that. So we'll fill this one up. And then we'll pop into the shop. I'll show you the shop. And then we'll pretty much be really at the end of this episode. I'll drive back though, but I won't record, or I will record it, but I just won't show you it if nothing happens. Always remember to close the lid, otherwise you're going to be having a bad day. And then... it stood up! They can be a real pain sometimes just to get to stand up, right? So we'll fill these up. So now we can fill up, I don't know if, we can definitely fill up the Satsuma, or put some fuel in the Satsuma when we get the tank into the vehicle by using the jerry cans. We might also put some fuel into the truck as well. I don't know how much fuel the truck starts with, so we might need to put some diesel. Ooh. I told you you'd have a bad day if you forgot that. So we'll put that in there as well. Okay, it's closed. Now, if we pop into here now, we'll have to pay for our fuel and anything else that we want. So here we go. There's the fan bell that we need. Yes. What else do we need? Fire extinguisher? No, I'm not. I'm going to turn down a fire extinguisher. That's going to come back to bite me. Some clutch fluid. There we go. We'll buy, I don't know, they're pretty cheap. We'll buy 3 of those. I'll buy a couple of 10-litre coolants. Ooh, what's that one? Motor oil, I'll buy a couple of those. I'm probably buying more than what I need, but it doesn't really matter. 2-stroke fuel, oh, that'll be for the moped. Moped, I'm sure will run on 2-stroke. You know what, I'll get one of those as well, why not? There's a gambling machine there we can use, but I never really do. Bug spray, do we want any? I suppose I can buy some bug spray. Sugar we can use to make moonshine in the house. I never gave you a house tour. I might give you one, a very quick one when we get back. I don't think I can do anything with that. Milk I can buy if I want. Beer we can buy. Potato chips we can buy. Juice we can buy. And then sausages and other foods. I don't know really what the best one is. I usually buy sausages. Macaroni as well. Oh, cigarettes. This must be for the stress. Alright, we'll buy one of those as well. I've got some beer at home. To be honest, I can live off drinking the water from the tap, so I'm not going to waste money on that. Maybe we'll do that at a different time. Yeah, maybe we'll do that next time. So, what does it come to? 1,700. You know what? That's actually really cheap. I might get some more food while we're here. Yeah, I'll grab some more fly spray because they're already in it. Can you hear the fly? You can hear the fly, right? That'll do. 1,826. Pay. And let the rest of it pop up. There we go. Now, there is no easy way to do this. It's like real life. We have to take each part to our car. Luckily, they store all of the small stuff in the plastic bag. Do not do what I did on my first time of playing the game and press F on the bag before you get it home. If you press F on the bag before you get it home, I opened up the door then. I heard it open. If you press F, it will open up the bag and explode, literally, your item, the items inside all over the place, and then you will have to hand cart everything back home again. And that's not enjoyable. Get in there. So left click to pick things up, left click to put things down, right click to throw things, and scroll wheel to turn things, and F to interact with things. The basic controls. Okay, so I've got one more. Those. Pick it up. This episode has actually gone a lot smoother than I thought it would. This usually goes a lot worse, but we've done quite well. Okay, and my shopping bag. Do not press F. Do not press F. Do not press F. Okay. Shut that up. Jump in the van, and I am literally going to drive home. So I will record it in case something bad happens, but I am not going to sit you guys through all the way back again. How do I... There. Open the door, yeah, that's cool too. We can open the door, I don't mind. I shall see you guys back at home. Alright, successfully back home. We're starting to get a little bit dark. Maybe I should put the old lights on. Steady. Hey. Now, if you guys want to give this game a go for yourself, a try for yourself, I do have one tip for you. Don't rush. They deliberately put vehicle, like the locations of shops and stuff far away. Deliberately. Handbrake, actually. They deliberately put them far away to try and make you frustrated. And if you rush, that's where things go wrong really, really quickly. So take your time. Don't rush with anything. You'll get there when you get there. Try not to leave your house before you're ready. So, like, try not to go out when you're hungry or thirsty. You know, get yourself all right first. And then when everything's all set, you're then more than welcome to go without having to risk yourself falling asleep at the wheel. Or getting really hungry. Or whatever. Or needing a pee. Well, needing a pee isn't that bad. I think you can probably pee while driving, to be fair. Now, I am the most untidiest person when it comes to the shopping in this game. You can, if you like, put all your stuff away. You can go and put your motor oil neatly on the shelves in your garage. Or you can just dump them in the lounge like I always do. The lounge is where I sort of store all of my things that I might need. And reach in and grab the bag. You watch. We'll explode the bag now. So we come in here. And we go... Boom! Alright. So there's some food everywhere now. The phone hasn't rung yet. The phone is how we get jobs through, like, the cesspit jobs and the wood chopping jobs. So we can get a phone call and we answer it, and then it'll put a little pin on the board of where that job is. And just like so. Hello? I'd like to buy a flatbed load of wood. I can. Yeah, shut up. So, he wants us to deliver right there. That's not actually too far. You know, we go down the road, we turn left, and boom, we're pretty much there. But that does mean chopping up a entire flatbed truck. Yeah, when I say, like, you know, when we cut that one piece... Can I get in there? When we cut that one piece of wood, you need to cut enough to fill the back of that truck. It's not a quick job. I actually prefer the cesspit jobs, although they don't pay as much, I don't think. They are easier and faster to do, a little bit, at least. They're still awkward. Okay, and then we'll drop the fuel down out here. Don't drop jerry cans full of fuel in your own real life. That's probably a bad idea. Alright, anyway guys, that's going to leave it for this episode. Next episode, we are now able to actually start on the car a little bit. We'll probably start on building the engine first, as it's just a logical place to start. And that's where the frustration is really going to begin. This episode's actually been, like, a nice induction for us. It's been quite kind to us. How long is that going to last? Probably not long. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. I do appreciate it, especially on a new series like this. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe to keep up to date with this series and all the other series that I've got going on. And we shall see you in the next episode, where hopefully I won't have a blocked nose and a cold.